Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I decided this winter that while the carp fishing got pretty difficult, I wanted to go out and try and catch myself a decent pike, and the target I set myself was one of around the mid-double mark. After speaking to a mate of mine, Declan, he told me that he knew about a place not too far from home which was supposed to hold decent sized pike, some going up to £20. So one day we sorted the gear out and we headed down there to see what we could catch. We made our way around to a likely looking area and we both began to set up our rods in hopes of catching a few pike that day. I got my first rod out and as you'll see I didn't even get a chance to put my second rod in the water before that first one was away, and I managed to bundle the first pike of the day into the net. Well, here it is, my first pike out of a new little lake me and Declan have came to. I don't know how big it is, I wouldn't say it's the double marks, it's very skinny, but it's quite a long pike and either way I'm buzzing with it. After putting a fresh bait on the rod that I caught the pike on, I repositioned both my rods and it didn't take long at all before the second pike followed suit. Right, so here it is, my second pike. Didn't take long at all. About 20 minutes later, I had a little walk around to that far margin over there. I was looking in a little clearing and thinking about dropping a rod over there, and I heard a bleep on one of my rods over here. Ran round and I had this lovely pike on the end. Tactics are clearly working, so I'm going to give another herring drop back out and hopefully they keep getting bigger. I did stay for a couple more hours after landing that second pike, however I only managed to catch another small little jack, which I didn't bother filming for the cameras, as it was probably only about £2. Darkness soon crept in and it was time to leave, however I was definitely very happy with how many a spot I produced for the day. I did go back down there by myself a couple of weekends after that and I actually managed to catch a little jack pike, however I messed up the footage of that as I didn't actually click record. The next session after that resulted in a blank, however I did manage to get some pretty entertaining footage as I had to deal with one of the members of public walking the dog round the lake. None of us were set up to fish for the night that evening, we'd only brought the gear to fish for a day session, so I don't know where she got that idea from, but anyways without further ado I'll show you this footage.
Right. Everybody's fishing.
Is that so?
Everybody's fishing.
Yeah, there's a few pike in here.
Is there?
Yeah.
A lad down there, he's got himself all set up for the night.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got all the gear and all that. He's the same.
I'll give it a couple hours like and see if I can get one.
Do you sleep out overnight?
No, not
He is. He's going to stay overnight. Is that a phone there? Is that what's on there?
Oh yeah, it's just my phone. I was just doing a time lapse on the rod.
Oh, right. Sorry, we talking to someone.
No,
Woody! 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 No. Come here now! Oh, he does it every time. I haven't got a towel on now. Woody, you idiot!
He's alright.
Oh, he's not. He's gonna make a mess in that car. Come on! Get out! There's no notice on you. Oh, he's just ruined my day.
So yeah, that was pretty interesting to say the least, but next time I went down I did actually manage to get a few bites again, so I'll show you how I got on that session. I stopped off at Greg's and Angling Direct and I made my way back to the ponds for another evening. Right, so I've got all the gear down now and I'm back in the swim for yet another night before I go back to work. I've probably only got 3-4 hours till it gets dark, so I'm not going to waste too much time filming. I'm going to get these rods straight in the water and hopefully I can make it happen. Once again, I set up a time lapse and began getting the rods out, and I managed to catch one first cast yet again before I could even get a second rod in the water. But I definitely think the bigger ones attacked him in there. Well, what a great way to start the session that is. The rod must have been in the water literally 10 minutes. I turned round and I saw the line twitch up tight just as I was about to put the dead bait on my second rod. It's nothing massive, but it's a lovely pike to start with. And this one you can definitely see has been battle scarred before, which is a sign that there's definitely some bigger pike lurking out there. So without further ado, I'm going to get this one put back nicely, get both them rods in the water, and hopefully one a little bit bigger than this comes along shortly. Yet again, another pike soon followed after that first one. Another lovely pike out of the tally. Right, so pike number 3 of the day, didn't take long at all. I did catch another jack pike that evening, taking me up to a total of 4 pike out of that pond. However, I just couldn't get through to any of the bigger ones in there. But luckily, a bit of luck struck when I was fishing on my local syndicate for carp and they actually spotted what looked like a very big pike in the margins. As soon as I spotted this fish, I knew it was definitely bigger than any pike I'd caught previously, and that it could potentially make the mid-double target that I'd been after. I decided to return the next session with a dead bait as well as 2 carp rods to see if I could tempt that bigger pike into feeding on a herring. Not long after catching a jack pike, I repositioned the rod again in hopes that that big pike would show up, and I didn't have to wait too long before I got that opportunity. He had quite a few parasites in his mouth, like, bless it. Well, here it is. It's definitely a PB, this pike. I'm not too sure exactly what it weighs yet, but I'd definitely say it's over the mid-double mark. I'm absolutely made up with it, and I'm pretty confident it's the one I wanted that I saw cruising in the margin last weekend. I was tempted to push the rod out a little bit further to see if I could bump into another pike quicker, but I thought I'm going to leave the rod in place, thinking if that pike came back over any point of the night, I'd get my chance with it. And it didn't take too long. Just as it was going dark, I got that opportunity. I've probably only been fishing for the pike in here about 2-3 hours, so to get one out like this already is a very good sign. I'm going to get it weighed, get some pictures, put it back, and hopefully I can run into another one like this through the night. Well, after weighing that pike, it went 13 pounds 10 ounces, and although it's not quite 15 pounds, it's still a good mid-double, and for my first season dead baiting, I was more than made up to have caught one like that, so I can definitely put the pike rods down with a bit more ease now, and start to look forward towards the spring, and hopefully putting some big carp on the bank soon. I'll see you next time I'm on the bank.